No, I remember you talking about like a project that you had to create your ideal restaurant, and then I remember it was a restaurant that was all potato based, correct?
Yes, yes, it
Can
was.
we talk about this fantasy restaurant, and like ideally if you were to open this restaurant, and if this happened, I'm gonna make Mallory's Spud Spot. What was the name of this place? What was it?
It was called Spuds and Suds.
Spuds and Suds. Okay, yeah.
Potatoes and beer.
Okay, okay,
This
all
was
right.
before I got into wine.
Okay, yeah. No, yeah, so I grew up from beer and went to wine. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I graduated college before I was 21, so I really had nothing to base my information on.
But you chose potatoes. I mean,
I chose
love for story
potatoes.
there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, my thought process for that was like, like with Forrest Gump and Bubba, his thing with all the shrimp, like all the different things you could do with it.
Yeah.
I have the same idea with potatoes. You can
Yeah.
boil them, you can roast them, you can fry them, you can
Yeah.
stuff them, you could do so much with
Make
potatoes.
alcohol.
To make alcohol.
Yeah. You can have
Get some
a vodka flights of
Yeah.
vodka. Like yeah. If you wanted to, like if you go even deeper, like you can make ube desserts. Out of purple ube potatoes.
Oh,
Yeah. Sweet potato desserts.
Potato rolls too, like potato bread, but using
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
potatoes, the Peruvian purple potatoes.
Yeah.
That's so
And
good.
You're Peruvians use a lot of potatoes. That'd
Yeah.
be really cool to see difference. So you're right. It's not like it's you're not limited to like just mashed potatoes or like
Fries.
soup or fries. Like there is a lot you could have with potatoes. I remember I visited Idaho when I was a kid. We're doing a big like road trip to Yellowstone. And we stopped
Okay.
at Idaho, and then we saw these billboards like uh, Idaho Potato Expo, like off the interstate, like next exit, and my head's like, and like I love that like we were always down for like roadside attractions when we were
Oh
kids.
yeah.
I still am if I go visit, but it said world's biggest potato. Like okay, then let's go see it. So then we
Why
saw
not?
there was it wasn't a real potato, but it was like a big potato statue. We took a picture. There's a little museum inside, which is free, and then you go to the museum and like you see all the agricultural tools and little displays, and
You're
they
gonna
have the
have to dig
world's
up this
biggest potato
photo to
chip.
put into this, right?
If I can find them, if I can find them, I would love to. They had the world's biggest potato chip, and it was a big Pringle, like a giant Pringle.
Wow.
The trip ends with like you get one free baked potato, which is free for anybody who visits. A free potato, and then a sample of potato ice cream.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I'm down for that.
and potato ice cream, pretty good. To be honest, it seems like they just mixed mashed potatoes with vanilla ice cream. It was vanilla ice cream, but had like a text like that. It
A
has that
little
potato
gritty.
mashed texture of mashed, like what that starchiness of mashed potatoes is. It has that
Mhm.
extra, but not a lot to be like, oh, it's mashed. But that's basically what it was. It
Okay.
wasn't bad, but it's something you could probably think about if you were in your spud and
Hmm.
beer.
Hmm.
But what items did you invent for that restaurant?
Well, so for that project, it was kind of like our graduation project, capstone, kind of end of your term, and we had to, along with all the other art degrees, they had to have their own business plans and display them, and we had people walking around. So I had to have 3 different food items to sample that were.
Oh, you had to make them.
I had to make them and have them
Sorry.
ready to go. You're like, what?
It's like it's like you made something up and you made them like that. That's so cool to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I had vichyssoise, the chilled potato leek soup.
Batman's favorite soup. No, it wasn't. It was in the movie. In I think there's a Returns or Batman, 89 Batman. Like Alfred brings him soup, and then Bruce's like, "Thank you." He spits it out like it's cold. It's vichyssoise. It's supposed to be cold. So Batman reference, and so just so you know, it
I
is
would
in a
expect
Batman
nothing
movie.
less of you, Katar.
Sorry, that's how I know vichyssoise. So you made the cold potato soup.
Made that.
Yeah.
I made potato bread, and
Nice.
it was served with a stout butter.
Ooh.
So I whipped butter and Guinness together.
Uh,
How they gave a 20-year-old Guinness, sure.
they wouldn't be the first.
And then I had a sweet potato cheesecake.
Ooh, okay.
I believe. It had like a graham cracker walnut crust, and I did like a bourbon maple caramel sauce or something on top.
That sounds really well together. Like to me, those really blend well. Kind of a
It,
fall maple.
it was
Yeah, that
delicious.
sounds great.
And kind of like your pies, I probably made 3 or 4 of them trying to figure out how to make this because it
Yeah,
was, you're in culinary school, you can't just Google search a recipe. So it's like taking a recipe I had from one of my school cookbooks and like
yeah,
modifying it and trying to
yeah.
actually make it work.
I,
Please work.
I feel like now that I know more about cooking because here's the thing about cooking, it's a science. That's really
Absolutely.
what it is. Like especially with pies, like you have to understand like okay what's making it thicker, what's making it congealed, what's making it come together. Like it's either egg,
Mm-hmm.
gelatin, corn. Like what are things that people use? So that's kind of like my how I broke down how I made my pie. I try to
Mm-hmm.
figure out like because eating the pie, I'm like okay, there's no way that it's egg because like egg has it has a particular type of like texture when you bake it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not cornstarch because cornstarch has a particular like texture and flavor.
Mm-hmm.
That you don't get. And then I was like, okay. So in my head, I kind of balance like it's most likely gelatin and cream, and it's called double cream. So like there's sour cream, there's heavy cream. So then I kind of broke it down like that. With your did you bake your cheesecake or was it a like a cream base?
Yeah, it was
Bake, right?
baked.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, this girl at Cheesecake Factory made a cheesecake. Big surprise.
Oh, sugar.
Mallory, I see. Did you take this from work or did you make this yourself?
No, no, I promise this is not the pumpkin pecan cheesecake. I promise.
Yeah, yeah. We don't have a pumpkin pecan cheesecake at Cheesecake Factory, right?
We do.
There's not a pumpkin. No, there's a pumpkin pecan, but not a pumpkin, but not a sweet
Not
potato.
sweet potato. No,
Yeah, yeah. So
no.
you're not. You could have honestly
I wasn't copywriting.
you could have posted. You could have been like, hey, this is what I made. I love Cheesecake Factory. I have to give much respect for like the fact that when you go, I actually want to do an entire like Cheesecake Factory video eventually, but like I think I have much respect for Cheesecake Factory because when you go back, all the food that they use, it's all fresh. Like I really because
Yeah,
like I've seen horror stories of like Applebee's and other places where like everything's microwaved and like in
in little
bags. Like it's
pouches.
fresh, but it's prepped. Like there's a difference between like what's
Yeah,
prepped and made compared to what's frozen and dumped in a fryer. And like
so
I
many
because
fresh
when I went
daily,
back
but they're not
there
made
to
to
get
order.
things, I would see things that I would have in my mom's kitchen. It's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Although they're not making pad thai, it's like you see things that you would use. So that I think that's really comforting. If you go to Cheesecake Factory, they have really pretty authentic ingredients. What they do with those
Mhm.
ingredients, it's on them, but but it's authentic. So that I much respect the Cheesecake Factory for that.
Yeah, it
Uh,
always surprised me how you had the full freezer and more than half of it was cheesecake, which makes
yeah,
sense. But that just shows that like the restaurant doesn't use that much frozen food. A lot of it's
yeah, yeah,
fresh. A lot of it's, they get produce deliveries twice a week,
yeah.
and everything is just so fresh.
When
And
we
it's not a big kitchen.
yeah, yeah,
Considering.
yeah, 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 yeah. It's funny like when you have to tell people like, oh no, we don't make the cheesecakes here. They're deeply chilled. But
Deeply,
here's
I can't
deeply
believe you
chilled.
remember
I
that.
remember that. Of course I remember that. I still it's funny.
Absolutely.
I say it now, and then my brother's like, you mean frozen? Like no, it's deeply.
Deeply chilled.
My street's very deeply chilled. Um, yeah, yeah. When I watch Frozen, my niece, I'm like, you want to watch Deeply Chilled? That's how. um,
Uh,
but no. Here's the thing: when people argue what do you mean Deeply Chilled? It's Frozen. Like, well, no. What do you mean they're not made here? Like, no, they're made at the Cheesecake Factory,
Factory.
which is why you're here. So,
Calabasas,
yeah.
California.
You wanted Cheesecake Factory cheesecake. You're having cheesecake made from a factory. So there you go.
Yeah.
There's no way to unless you have like a legit like big bakery in like our restaurant. There's no way you could produce that many cheesecakes.
30 different flavors?
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
yeah, yeah. And the way how articulate they are, there's no way like one bakery staff can do that. Whereas like when you have like Marie calendars where they have what like maybe 8 pies on the daily where they make it
Yeah.
constantly, like that's different. They're like a pie making machine. but Cheesecake Factory, they're restaurant too, So,
Hmm.
um, I don't have a problem with dessert being shipped made by the manufacturers. That just a lot of restaurants do that anyways.
Yeah.
They just don't tell you, yeah, unless they have a bakery on site or they're known for being a pie place. Then yeah, everything's gonna be made from somewhere else. That's fine. Like,
And
I
even so, I got to tour the bakery up in Calabasas
oh
as part
cool.
of the, we had like a manager seminar type thing, like a ongoing training.
Hmm.
And that was part of the weekend.
It's like the teddy bear's picnic.
Days. Yeah. But it was still really cool to see how much is still actually hand done. Like
Mhm.
any of the crumb coating on the back was all
Yeah,
put on by hand. All the rosettes are hand piped.
that's great.
It's
Yeah,
that stuff's still done.
yeah.
So that's still really cool. And in keeping with the fact that everything is as much made to order as possible.
I think people always forget too that like in terms of preservatives and stuff, you
Mm-hmm.
don't need too many preservatives when you freeze things. Like when you freeze
Mm-hmm.
things, like you're like unless like it's foods that need to be refrigerated, then yeah, that's where people are putting more. But when you freeze something, it freezes that food for whatever time, and when you leave it out, that's when like you could possibly get
Bacteria can
bacteria,
grow.
whatever.
Yeah.
But it's still generally safe until you freeze it again or you heat it up, But
If it's below 40 degrees, it's not growing anything.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So people, I mean,
Everything's
there,
dead.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So you're still getting a good product. You're just getting it. Even fish too. Like fish comes like deeply chilled. As I said it again. Fish comes deeply chilled for preservation. When you travel, of course it's gonna be chilled. You can't deliver fresh fish like at room temperature. Like it's
Yeah.
gonna it's gonna come deeply chilled.
It's either going to be deeply chilled or cured. It's going to be packed in salt.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
How do you want your fish?
So we went to the Calabasas factory. You saw all the cheesecakes you made.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
In
uh,
headquarters.
was that only where they made the cheesecakes, or they made other items there too?
They make other items too. They do we got to watch them making the tiramisu trays.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
again, all those lady fingers are hand dipped.
Oh, are they?
There is
Wow.
someone going through dipping them
Yeah.
gently
There's
and
not like a spray of yeah, 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 okay.
no, it was amazing. I'm like, how do you keep up with all this labor cost?
Yeah, 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 right. That's good though. That means they're employing people and giving people jobs. So that's actually really good because
Yeah.
it would be like I said, it would be cheaper just to get a spray and just make a machine. But they still encourage having employees. That's great. I've always had great. I mean, I have nothing but good things to say about the company as a whole. If I have a
Mhm.
problem with Cheesecake Factory, it's more like just people,
Personnel.
yeah,
Yeah.
personnel. But
Oh,
even
absolutely.
but I don't hate him. I don't hate anybody. I just it's such a I think the restaurant industry is such a job. We have so many people from all walks of life. Of course, there's gonna be some
Hmm.
conflict and things happen, but much love, respect for anybody still there, and especially right
Yeah.
now with what's going on. It's I couldn't imagine serving a restaurant right now.
Hmm.
It'd be tough. I know I had my tough times when I was there. Um, but you also got to be a bartender. You did so many things at Cheese Factory. Like you got to do so many things. Yeah,
So
yeah,
I wore so many hats.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, I started at the front desk with you,
yeah.
and then
Sadly,
bakery serving, bakery serving, bartending,
yeah,
teaching the menu class,
yeah.
new restaurant openings. That was cool. Getting to travel with the company and train a whole new restaurant of
See,
people.
I really, man, you know what sucks? I think I was supposed to be like a DT trainer. I was supposed to be traveling and stuff like that too. But then I
Mhm.
got the DJ job, and then I started doing a lot. I started doing a lot of that, so I couldn't travel anymore, or
Mhm.
even get to start traveling. And, like it's I'm very grateful for my career as a DJ, but
One
like
of your cheesecake regrets.
yeah, I do. Like, I think if I got the job a year later, maybe like I could have at least got a few years of travel because but there's Dubai, I think there's Hong Kong,
Yeah.
all these cool places. Like, that would have been fun.
Hmm.
But it's I look at that time and like I don't like regretting things. I just need in general, but like it looks so fun, and all the opportunities you guys had to travel and like
Hmm.
go to like other restaurants open. I wanted to. I just it sucks I missed out on that because I honestly I probably would be doing a lot more stuff too if I just stuck to Cheesy Factory because like I was a trainer and like I feel like I was generally liked. I don't know. I think people like me. Maybe a few people
I
didn't,
can't
but
think of anyone in particular who didn't like you.
I could think of a few. But that's a
With no
whole other
judgment.
video. So we're not going to talk about that.
Like I said, I didn't go out
I
with
need
people.
tea for that one. This is just coffee. No,
For
I'm kidding.
tea.
That's by tea I mean bourbon. No,
That
but
coffee cup
it
is
was
opaque, Katar. I can't see what's in there.
no, it was definitely Cheesecake was definitely one of my uh, fondest memories of being out there and with all you guys and throwing parties and being at the front desk and all that stuff.
Hmm.
Um, we've come a long way. Like you're an adult now. We're an adult. I'm old. I'm a lot older than you, and that just makes me really sad.
Well,
But
you are like my brother's age, so it really was like having an older brother. So that
no,
was
for sure. No, I definitely feel like I looked out for you guys, and I
yeah.
really I feel very connect. Like I feel very you're protective of like the people you
Your
train.
little front desk.
Yeah, you train you people you train and you work with them and you try not to get caught in drama. It happens, but like I wish everyone well. I don't have any bad blood with anybody. You I have I find that I have a lot of anxiety and I probably put more on myself than I do in what the real thing is. So I kind of I make more tension for myself because I worry like, oh, maybe that person didn't like me or maybe I said something stupid and just that's just me in general. So I'm glad that you and I have always been cool. But I've never felt like I upset Mallory. Like I always felt like we've been nothing but really good friends. But what's Richard doing? Is he working right now? Is he home or
He is. So he is lucky that his job allows him to work from home.
that's great.
Um, that was kind of a normal thing anyway. Like
Yeah.
maybe once a week he'd be working from home.
Mhm.
Now 90% of these last 9 months he has been home, which is great.
Is that cool for you guys? Are you guys handling it well? Being some people have a hard time being home with people.
Yeah, no, he's my best friend.
Yeah,
So
no, you've been doing it for the last like what the 15 years.
yeah, half my life,
Yeah,
over
yeah,
half
yeah.
my
So
life
you're
now.
used to it. Yeah, yeah. Because you see like some couples that just can't handle being more than like 5 hours with the person. Like they realize, oh my god, why did I do this? So it's great. It's great to see you
It's
guys are doing well. Yeah, yeah,
This has kind of gone from like one extreme to the other. When I was managing with Cheesecake Factory, I'd barely see him because
yeah,
I was normally closing. So I'd be leaving before he'd even be getting home from work. And there are
yeah,
times I'd be going to bed when he's waking up.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it kind of went from seeing him maybe 2 days a week for dinner to we're always together, basically.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Our dog is super spoiled right now. I don't know what's going to happen when we both go back to work and we have to leave her alone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Goodness.
I've seen stories of cats being like, "Why are you here?" Cats are like fed up with their owners, like, "This is my time. Why are you here in my house?"
Cats
But
are
dogs,
pissed.
you just don't
Dogs are
ever leave
thrilled.
me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think Sheba's been she's antsy. Like when the sun, because like we go for walks right about sunset, right?
Okay.
So right around sunset, she gets like kind of like, are we going? Are we going? Like she gets really excited. So
So like four
um,
o'clock right now.
yeah, I know. I had to adjust our walking time because the time
Almost time.
changed. Yeah, yeah. It's like okay, I guess because she would not stop bugging me. She just would like I'm like okay, let's do it.
Let's
Yeah,
go. Let's go. Let's go.
yeah, 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 yeah. Just one dog. Just
Yeah.
one dog, or okay,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
One dog.
That's all. I feel I'm a one dog person. I can handle having two dogs. Yeah, yeah. It's
We
too
were
much.
thinking about getting a second one, and actually, all of 2020 was supposed to be like redoing our backyard. So
Yeah,
we have a little side yard that we have turfed, and that's kind of her spot. That's where she plays. That's where she pees. All that
nice.
jazz. And so we were gonna like turf the entire backyard because the rest of it right now is dirt
Yeah,
and a rock path.
yeah. It's a fixer
So
upper.
you know, It's definitely much better than it was when we first moved in.
Yeah.
So we
At
had
that
these
time.
things like we were going to do this
Yeah.
year to prepare to get a second dog.
Yeah.
We haven't really done any of them.
Yeah. I
Oh.
2020 plans have been kind of, yeah, I feel you. Like man, I was supposed to have a really big year this year. It was going to be really big. 2020 was going to be like my year to conquer, and
Mhm.
it's rolling the punches. Things change, and I can't. Nothing you do about it. We can only keep people safe and just traverse safely. I think that's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do. I feel like we're all just trying to dodge bullets right now and like just stay out of the way, and hopefully things will clear up. And here's hoping,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
because
just
my I
control how
was
you respond to situations. You can't
yeah
always control
yeah
the situation.
yeah, and I'm glad I'm doing things like this because like I realized doing more of these interview zooms that I needed this. Like, I really because like it's so great to catch up with you,
Mhm.
but just that human interaction that I haven't because I've been following the rules. I keep to myself and I go to the office when I have. I go do invisible touch stuff when I have to, but I don't effortlessly go out to go restaurants or try to
Mhm.
attempt. I do very small things, but I did realize once I started doing these kind of talks that I really did need like for my social health to like just talk to people and catch up with old friends and like know that you're okay and just kind of feel normal, like because that's what this is. And I get it if people want to go out and I want to support local business too, and I totally understand.
Mhm.
Um, but at the same time, I'm limiting things so that people we can eventually get out and less. I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to end up in hospital. I don't want people to end up in hospital. So I'm just trying to do my best to make sure that happens.
And it really is
Um,
getting a little frustrating feeling like the kindergartner who's behaving in class and not going to recess because someone's misbehaving.
yeah. You preach to the
I
choir. Let me
haven't been
preach
to
into the choir.
recess in 9 months.
Yeah. It's like all your friends. Like you realize all my friends are little shits. like how am I the Ralphie of the group when like all of you guys are just being Bart and just doing whatever the hell you want.
Right.
Yeah, I get you.
Mhm.
Like, and
I
you don't want to
figure.
be. I don't want to be the teacher's pet. Like, I've never been the teacher's pet, but now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay
Like, I'm like,
inside.
why can't we
Yeah,
all just get together, get around,
yeah,
get along?
I'd love to. Like, and that's the thing. I totally get it. Like, I really do. I do miss my friends. I miss going out. I miss doing all these things. I really do. Um, and that says a lot. It says a lot that I'm not doing that right now.
Hmm.
Because I have friends who are doctors, and I have friends who work medical, and they're
Same.
overwhelmed, it's unfair to their families that they come home to.
Hmm.
And you hear stories. Yeah. 2020 was. I had a big 2020 setup. Like I got my ID for Disney. Like I finally got
Woo!
my. Yeah, I know, but I never got to use. Never got to use, but like they were. I feel like this summer they were setting me up to be like the
The
I
go-to.
I theorized that they were hoping that I'd be the DJ to DJ at Avengers Campus because Avengers Campus would have been open. It would have been open.
Oh,
We'd be walking through the gates right now on a Spider-Man ride right now.
have
But
you seen the previews for it?
I've seen everything and I
I'm
cry.
sure you
I
have.
I want to buy a Spider Bot before Christmas, so hopefully I can get one. They're like tiny remote controls. Oh, they look
I
so
see.
cool. I know. And like it's man, 2020 would have been an amazing year because I had grad nights, I had school
Hmm.
dances, I had weddings, and
We were
plus
gonna be
Disney.
your
Disney was a big and Knott's. I was gonna be a Knott's. I was gonna be like a buy theme park DJ throughout the summer, and like I
I
would
can't
have been
believe you
just
didn't have like a non-compete clause.
I no, they don't because like here's the thing about Knott's and Disneyland. They recycle entertainers back and forth because most of Knott's staff are former Disney staff, so they just contact the entertainers that they trust, they know can kill it, and they have us back.
Hmm.
So I've worked with the Suffragettes who work at Disney all the time. I've worked with Urban Legends who work at Disney all the time. I've worked with there's another cover band that's really well known on Disney, but basically the Mad Tea Party crew. That's
Hmm.
who we are. We're just we got everyone from the Mad Tea Party's back, but it's like not the White Rabbit. It's the new DJs. that was my goal. My goal was like to dominate the summer by DJing at Disney, DJing at Knott's, vlogging the entire time, doing grad nights, spreading like my YouTube, spreading my Instagram. I had a game plan, and then like, which is fine. I can roll. I can wait. It's not things happen, and you can't dwell on things that aren't going to happen. So that's why I'm doing these things. I made a studio. Like I got myself organized again. Like I feel good. Like I feel very organized and ready to go. Because you knew me when I was younger, and I was very cavalier and kind of by the seat of my pants. Like I would never clean. Like I was just rebellious. I just kind of wanted to do my own thing, and I was very unorganized. Now, like I'm super organized, and I'm very like have a schedule, and like, I'm an adult now. So
You're an adult. You grown up?
yeah. It took me 30 years to figure out how to be a responsible adult.
My guitar is growing up.
Look how organized he is. There are no
You've got
towels on the
matching
floor. Oh my
frames
god!
behind
I know.
you
It's not just sticky tape now. It's actually framed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just posters. It's
They're still cartoons, but they're framed cartoons. So that's
classy cartoon.
they're fancy. They're fancy cartoon
Fancy.
posters. What dishes are you making for Christmas?
So zucchini bread's kind of a typical Christmas thing for us.
Nice.
I've unofficially kind of made peanut brittle every Christmas recently.
Unofficially, or just like you were craving it? Like
I always tend to crave it in December.
okay, yeah. No, I feel it falls under that category. I've had no. It's a holiday treat. I feel like I've had
Like
people have made it
tins
for
of
me
it.
in the holidays. Like
Yeah, like there's
Yeah.
usually find tins of peanut brittle available.
yeah, or pepper bark. That's another one.
I've changed up my peanut brittle recipe a few times where I'll add bacon sometimes, and that's
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
a different kind of smoky, salty note.
Table bacon. That's nice. That sounds like good. So here's my problem with like making like candied bacon.
Hmm.
It's hard to get like the crispy, hard to get like crisp, not only within the bacon,
Hmm.
but also the toffee or the brown sugar that I use to candy it.
Hmm.
The brown sugar ends up making it kind of like
Chewy and
like a chewy crunch and not like a crunch. So because if I want to chop it up and mix it like brittle or some sort of dessert, it's gonna be chewy. So that's my problem with. I've only had, I think Salt and Straw is the only place I ever had that had like a really crispy toffee like bacon or toffee like meat. Have you had the Salt and Straw ice creams?
I haven't. Is it down to Disney now? Is that?
Yeah. For Halloween I tried their creepy crawly ice cream. You don't know what was in that one?
What was in that one?
It was green tea ice cream with chocolate covered crickets
Okay.
and toffee mealworms. Your face isn't on. And my verdict, it was actually really good. Yeah. Because here's the thing: if you didn't tell me they're bugs,
It's
all those
just
little crunchy bits, it tastes like a candy bar.
Okay.
Yeah, like the cricket, it tastes like biting into like, imagine having Butterfinger bits in your ice cream.
I'm never gonna think of a Butterfinger the same way again.
I mean, okay, minus bugs, chocolate and matcha go really well together. So I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if you made a like chocolate chip matcha, they go really well. Like chocolate and matcha go really well. The takeaway from the bugs is at least the chocolate and the matcha taste good.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think right now for Thanksgiving and the holidays, last year, which I think this year they have two, they had a corn muffin and brittle turkey, like turkey brittle. So like they took turkey skin,
Or
and
like cracklins?
yeah, like but in toffee, yeah, which wasn't bad,
Huh.
pretty good actually, yeah. Because the toffee and then the you barely get the savory of the skin, but it's just enough where it adds a saltiness to the brittle.
Okay.
But the corn cake cookie is delicious. Like it's really good there. They're the only place that does the bacon that's crispy and sweet and crunchy. Whereas
Okay.
like when I make it, it's like kind of soggy. How do you make your candy bacon?
So when I do it for peanut brittle, I'll have it chopped up first, and then just in a pan, low
Okay.
temp, so it more so renders out all the chewy part of the fat, and then
Okay.
just kind of crisps it up. And then you mix it in when you mix in the peanuts, so it's literally very end. Throw it in, mix it, spread it out
Okay.
on your silicone fat.
Huh. What else? It's on the menu this for the holidays.
Hell, nothing too in particular. I mean, one of my traditions I would do when I was growing up, my brother and I would normally bake, I don't know, at least 6 to 10 different types of cookies or baked goods and whatnot.
6 to 10.
Yeah, different types. And I mean, we would totally mess up my mom's kitchen. Sorry, mom.
Yeah.
And then we would put together almost like gift baskets, or
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
gets
yeah, yeah.
2 or 3 of each kind, and
Yeah, yeah.
then that would be our,
Mhm.
I would always give that to my teachers for Christmas,
Yeah, yeah.
or
Those are great gifts. Yeah,
I'd bring them in when I was at Cheesecake for the managers.
Mhm.
I still did it when I was a manager. So there's a couple of those that I usually like to make. There's like chocolate cookies with peanut butter chips.
Okay.
That's a classic for us. Lemon kiss cookies. It's like a lemon cookie wrapped around a Hershey Kiss,
Oh,
and then you
okay.
bake it, and then you drizzle chocolate on top, and then powdered sugar. They're pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Chocolate
smelling.
and lemon, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
I want more cookies. What else are you making? What other cookies are you making?
Orange white chocolate dream cookies. Those are fun too.
Ooh, that sounds good. Wait, so what? How do you make those? Like, are they like a sandwich or like a orange flavored cookie or cream or
Yeah,
what's?
it's like a chocolate chip cookie, but so the cookie base is orange. A lot of orange zest and
Okay.
orange extract if you need a little extra oomph,
Yeah, yeah.
and then white chocolate chips.
Oh, so in the dough you make. Oh, that's really clever.
Yeah,
So it tastes
it's
like a
really
creamsicle.
light. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I imagine with a orange flavor, you have to kind of. It's more of the aroma and essence of
Hmm.
it than having like the flavor. Like you wouldn't pour orange juice in it because that would just taste disgusting.
Yeah, that'd be
It's like
weird.
it's like you need that kind of because
It'd mess up like the wet to dry ratio.
yeah, 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 and that's the thing too. Like orange it's very aromatic,
Hmm.
so the fact that you use the zest and a little bit of extract, it just kind of goes a long way. Where like, when you because like I imagine when you bite into it, you have to have that sense of citrus that kind of flows
Hmm.
with every bite, and that's just the aroma that's aerating through your nasal passages. So
Hmm.
that's cool. That's a very clever way to flavor it. I want to try making like an orange flavored cookie now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're making things go round in my head right now. You should post more of your food on Instagram. You should definitely like. There's a whole foodie scene of people on Instagram just like
Yeah,
liking and making people food. Like I wish I
I've
took
been
better pictures, but I get a good response to my food.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've been doing that on Facebook. I have a full album of, it's just titled Quarantine Kitchen.
Yeah, I know. I like that.
Yeah.
That's why I remember you made Cheesecake Factory food. That's why I remember. Yeah. You know what I really missed? What I found I miss talking to strangers. I kind of miss serving and kind of meeting people, and um, it's kind of funny. Towards the end of my time at Cheesecake Factory, I kind of started I kind of started enjoying. Not that I hated serving. It's just like it was hustle and bustle, and it was your job. I contribute a lot of my people skills to my time serving as well as to my time at Disney, and
Hmm.
that shows because when I started working at IT, my boss noticed like, wow, you talk to anybody? Like, yeah, because I did talk to anybody when I was serving.
You have
And
to.
then yeah, yeah, and it was funny as there were like two other DJs that we hired that were from other cheesecake factories.
Oh,
And I
that's funny.
was like, this must be about a cheesecake factory. I'm going to start hiring more cheesecake factory. And I try to recruit different people at at cheesecake factory who'd be interested, but it's not for everybody. I think I try to get Sam involved because he's just a nice guy, and he did like two jobs with me, and then like he saw how much work and how much entertaining I was doing. He's like, I'm good. We did a wedding, and I was like running around doing games and like making jokes and just entertaining. And he's like, there's a lot of stuff. Like, yeah, dude, like this is what I do. So it's kind of cool, like um having people see what I do. and then but also be like, no, I can handle that. Like, all right, let me man
Great.
up here. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. I tried to get
Yeah,
Alan
let
to
them
do
out
it
there.
too. Yeah, Alan was somebody I tried to
Alan.
get on, but he was just was his thing.
Mhm.
And I wanted Edson, but he wasn't. It wasn't his thing either. So it's cool, you know. Like with DJing and IT, I got to move away from serving. You know, it
Mhm.
wasn't and like also around that time my father was sick, you know, so it just made more sense to just let it go. And those last weeks, like not having that weight of like worrying about, you know, I gotta make rent or like I gotta hustle and make some money and all this stuff. Like it
Mhm.
was nice not to have that kind of worry. And then serving was fun. So, like, I've never been more relaxed serving than the last 2 weeks working at Cheesecake Factory because like I was gonna leave anyways. And like I think the coolest thing on my last day was that like the last table that I served, I bought them a Cheesecake Factory and like I was like it's on me. And like it's like, oh, why? I was like, well, because it's my last day and you're my last guest, probably forever. So I would love to buy you users. And like, oh, thank you. And like, I bought this, and then they talked to me like, so what's going on? What are you doing after this? Like, what's going on in your life? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm DJing right now for a big DJ company, and you know, I'm doing that now. That's gonna be my full time job, and all that. They're like really positive, really nice to me, and
Cool.
they gave me like a $35 tip or something, and it was just like
Oh.
so I thought it was, I really I did not I didn't have to like that was just and but then they wrote I think I have the notes somewhere probably on my I think the notes on my cork board but I have it said like good luck on your wedding career, thank you so much, you know, and yeah, like keep good luck and keep going, and like oh and that was really cool, like that was I thought that was a really nice way to end my day as a server. You know, I didn't care about drama. I want to walk like I'm gonna walk away from this place. Like anything going on, like it's not me, you know. And I don't keep up with a lot of people, but you know, besides Facebook and not that I don't want to, it's just like my life is just different other people because I don't. Well, before I don't have weekends off. You know, like people with the
Mhm.
weekends like the party. That's whenever it catches up. Like let's go have dinner. Let's go. But for me, like no, I'm working. The weekdays people work and I don't work on weekdays. So
Service industry for you.
yeah, I'm complete opposite. Like I have meetings and stuff, but I don't anymore right now. So it's been quite a change to just you know be this is life now.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I'm so grateful that we got to talk, and I definitely want to do it
Yeah,
again. We should definitely
definitely.
do a Cheesecake Factory reunion or some type of
Reunion.
yeah some type of a restaurant discussion that'd be really cool. Is there anything you want to promote or anything you want to share?
Um, well, one of the things I have kind of started doing during quarantine, my mom and I started an Etsy shop.
Oh,
So that's cool.
sorry, I got
Like,
excited. Ooh.
you're like,
I
ooh.
because I went to Etsy a lot during my when I started like when I started furnishing my house.
Okay.
So I'm on Etsy a lot to buy things. Like I got it's not here, but in my room I have the decals for the Disneyland Castle for my picture frames and
Oh yeah, I saw you
yeah
put it up.
yeah. I bought a little Ratatouille decal for my kitchen that my niece
I already have
loves.
mice in my kitchen. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah. What do you guys sell on Etsy?
We do a lot of crafting kind of things. I've made a few pieces of jewelry.
Oh,
Um, we've done like some wood signs. My mom's done a lot of like the rock painting. My favorite thing that we have that no one's bought yet. I don't know if you remember. I've had these pants purses
I
for
remember
a long time.
jeans, right? The jean.
Huh?
Yeah.
Selling those.
Okay, yeah. You should really put that stuff on Instagram.
I just started.
Okay,
I made
good.
so we're called Tootsie Bella Crafts.
Send me the link and I'll add you, and then
Yeah,
I'll put it on the video.
I shall. I shall.
Yeah.
I literally 2 days ago just made the
Okay.
Instagram account.
And crafts are so huge on there too. Like you would,
Yeah.
yeah, you kill a product. Just maybe even give it to the right influencer, then like boom, like your stuff is
Hmm.
yeah.
Trying to put like the
If
right hashtags and
yeah. If I could wear a purse, I'd definitely get one. I might consider buying one for a friend. If I can think of who would
we
enjoy
can
that.
make man purses, merces.
Versus, it's called a satchel.
Satchel. Got to get a big enough pair of pants. It could be a satchel.
I'm sure you can. I could dig into my high school ones. You could probably make me laugh. Yeah, they were big. Not because I was big, just because like I wore big pants. I just
Because that was
look in the 90s. Yeah.
90s and early 2000s.
Thank you for your time, Mallory. We'll definitely do another one. We can talk more about our old times working. And what's the Instagram tag again?
It is Tootsie Bella Crafts.
Tootsie Bella Crafts at Tootsie Bella Crafts. Okay, so I'll definitely put that down below. Follow Mallory on her Etsy accounts as well for some really cool jean purses, jerseys.
Jean pants purses.
That sounds better. Pants purse.
Pants purses.
Purse pants. No, that sounds wrong. There'll be more clever names someday, but no.
I'm open to inspiration. So,
God, I'm trying to think of a name for like a fun name for them. The fanny purse.
Oh no.
Because it's the back side of the pants, right?
It's the whole crotch area.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, that's.
It's basically from the waistline to when the legs separate.
Purse fly purse.
I mean, that's a fly purse, but
XY purse. Yeah. That's a fly purse you got there on the fly of the pants.
I think we're dating ourselves using
next. Yeah, no one says fly anymore, right? You're right. Yeah. I'll be like, what's going on with your crotch cover? You know, like the kids talk nowadays. Is your
Now, see, if I was to make you a satchel, it would be a Marty McFly purse.
I would love that actually. Yeah. Or you'd be cool like a laptop cover, but like made out of the vest that he wears in Back to the Future.
Okay.
That'd be cool. Yeah. I'd be down for that.
The life vest.
Yeah, life vest. Yeah. I need to do. I love that movie. I lived by the original Lion Estates. Right? Well, you live by the mall because you're Whittier. Oh no, you grew up by the mall. Yeah. But the place where Marty lands when he drives out of the Twin Pines house, and then he goes to the Lion Estates, the future home of Lion Estates, and he parks the car behind the billboard.
That's where he lives in the 80s.
Yeah, that's where he lives in the future. Yeah. Or he wants to live in the future. And then he that street, it's in Chino. Oh. It's the Chino Corona Street. It's right across from the women's prison. Oh. Yeah. So I
Great.
Yeah, I know, right? I drove out there and I saw it. Yeah. Next time you're serving a term or visiting, dropping off a cake with a nail file. Go check it out. It's right there. I live by, and then the Doc Brown's mansion is in Pasadena, which I haven't been to yet. It's on the list. During quarantine, I visited some movie sites, and I wanted to visit Pasadena, but I'm saving that for another venture in the future. But yeah, I live by Marty McFly's house. Yeah, so kind of cool.
Very cool.
That was a long Back to the Future rant. Sorry for that.
Yes, sorry.
But Mal, thank you for coming on to Unplugged, and I'll make sure to put all your information down below.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
You too.
Be safe, and I hope your family's safe. But yeah, this has been fun. So, hey, it's been Katar and Mallory. Thanks for watching Unplugged, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Be safe, be kind, be you, and check out more content. Come back for more. We'll be here. Bye.
Bye.